Shout out to G-Man Boxing.
Alright, so Fabio Wardley knocks out Eric Molina in the 5th round. This was the co-main event. Bear in mind, we just had JJ Metcalf versus Ted Cheeseman, which I thought would have been the co-main event, which would have been a great co-main event. We had this. This was a stinker. If any lads are watching this, if your missus said to you, you know, before the main event, you want to go spend some time together, and you said no, you really fucked up there. This was not a particularly fun fight to watch. Wardley, someone who had no amateur fights, done the white collar thing. A few little things he does in there that I don't like. Keeps his hands down very low. You know, someone like Molina, who was a slow, out of shape, couldn't really exploit that to an extent. You want to tighten that up moving forward. Molina, although Molina has seen way better days, and he was never a particularly top-notch heavyweight to begin with, he did cause Wardley a few issues in there. Wardley was happy to just feint, look for openings, jab. He does have a good jab, Fabio Wardley, to be fair, but there was just nothing going on in this fight at all. You know, you could argue that Molina won the first round or two. He was game at the start, and you do wonder if he'd actually been in shape, or if this was the Molina of maybe 2 or 3 years ago, how it would have got on. Molina's always had questionable heart, that has to be said. I think he looked at Fabio Wardley and realised, okay, he's not as dangerous as a Wilder, as a Joshua, as a Hrgovic. I can go for it. But the problem is, he just wasn't in good shape. His timing was off. He was as slow as anything. He looked about as graceful as an elephant in there. So, you know, it's his own. He wasn't in shape. It's his own fault. It really is annoying that someone like that comes in, gets these opportunities, comes in that kind of shape, you know, just out of shape, just not, even though your opponent is making mistakes, you're not in good enough shape to be able to exploit them. Into the 4th round or 5th round, Molina landed a right hand that did appear to kind of, it got Wardley's attention and he went for it, and Wardley was able to catch him, you know, with counters. Molina went down, he stayed down. Look, it didn't look massively concussive to me. I wasn't the one getting hit by it, so I don't particularly know. I know Molina was saying it was around the back of the head. Having watched the replay, no, they weren't. They didn't look it by my eyes. Excuse me. They didn't look it as far as I was concerned. I know a forearm kind of grazed his head, but in terms of the shots actually being around the back of the head, no. Molina, as I said, questionable heart. You know, it would be, as I said, it would have been interesting if the Molina who turned up against Thomas Adamek, you know, when he knocked out Adamek, would have been a very, very intriguing fight. This Molina, he was up for it to an extent, but he just wasn't in shape, and this was a very poor co-main event. I'm just going to have to say it. I would prefer it if the fight we had before this, Metcalf vs. Cheeseman, was the co-main event just before that. It is what it is. It's done now. Fabio Wardley moves on. We need to see who they'll put him in there with next. You know, there's the likes of Nick Webb, who won on the card earlier. It was a good win. There's the likes of Alan Babich. You know, seriously, actually, they're stablemates, so I doubt they'd fight. David Price. You know, Price is still there, and him against Fabio Wardley will actually be an intriguing fight. That's a shout. David Price versus Fabio Wardley. That'd be intriguing. Because Wardley, he sure as hell wouldn't be holding his hands so low against David Price that he wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight, truth be told. David Price versus Fabio Wardley. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Hope you enjoyed the video. We got one more fight coming up. It's the main event. I'm looking forward to this main event. I'm starting to get the pre-fight hype. You know, I don't often get it, but I'm getting it now. So I will talk to you after that, and then I will go and rest, because this has been tiring. You know, I've been doing video, and I've been watching boxing since 5 o'clock today. It's tiring. You know, I'm glad I didn't stream all this, because I would be knackered. I'll talk to you in a wee bit, lads and lassies. Smash the like button on the way in. Subscribe if you haven't already. #GMansRocks. I'll talk to you. Peace.